Here's the chart of gold on the daily. So we have seen some nice movement up, but it seems to be giving back most of those gains already, and that's not very good. That's not very good. The pattern that is emerging and has been, if you like, in process. I'm going to go first. Let's jump to the weekly and we'll see. You see the support going back there. The support is evidently, again, manifesting here. There's no question about that. But in terms of nailing a bottom, the pattern right now is not terribly helpful. It's all over the place. Let's now dive into the details. So here's our daily. That's a nice jump, the movement that we have seen, but now you can see it's giving back most of those gains. That doesn't mean it's going straight down to record a new low, but that scenario is not gone, is not cancelled by the recent price action. It can certainly happen. Yeah. Right now we are working with our fourth wave ending here, and that's our fifth failure because it didn't go under this level. We are assuming that we have a build up that is going to carry it higher. This idea is not without merit. Is not without merit because there is definitely a case for taking here on the hourly this price action as an ABC. Definite ABC. There is also a case that you can argue that this could be one and that's two. And this could be again one, and we could be simply extending the second wave, the tiny second wave. So what needs to happen to confirm this, which is a very optimistic reading in the case of gold? Yeah, I have to emphasize it's not high confidence, but it is sensible to point out and say, hey, we have a structure. This is 1, 2. This is 1. This could be 2. Yeah, what needs to happen is a run impulsive above this level, 4165. I'm not saying it must happen today. It must happen, in the next, I don't know, 30 hours or whatever, 30 trading hours. But it has to stop falling around here and it has to start climbing. And we have to run through that. Okay, that's the first sign that this structure doesn't only look attractive to the bulls, but also has some meat to it, some substance. Yeah, we run above this level. We begin to knock on this critical level, which is coming at 4,202, and we have basically a bottom behind us. Okay, long process, tiring process for the longs, but we will have a bottom. Now, why do I say that the threat of basically plunging from one more low has not gone away? Because of this. This could be the third wave ending here, fine. But the fourth, no. The fourth might have ended here. How come? Well, look, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, E, finished. It's going down. It's going down for the fifth on this scale. You see that it is viable. So it will be silly to ignore that. And another thing is that the charts of palladium, platinum, I'll show you later, to some extent also silver, they look very much that they could still enable that potential for another leg down, the fifth leg. So I gave you all my thoughts. I laid out all my thoughts here. I cannot force the market to go either way. I'm not making the prices here. I'm showing you exactly the levels that have to be respected if we are to go with a bullish reading, and what should not happen for that bullish reading to hold. We definitely don't want to see it breaking back there. That is under 4,000. No, that's too much weakness. Breaking under 4,000, that's too much weakness. He tells us he wants to go lower. Okay, so that's gold on the hourly. Let's jump to silver on the weekly. Silver on the weekly is right here. And the situation is not very different from what we have just examined in the case of gold. The potential for final deep is there. Stability is at hand, yes. That's why you see it not going anywhere in a hurry for the last 5-6 weeks more. Not really going dramatically lower. So there is a lot of support here. So I would be surprised if we suddenly see something like that. That looks like it will be completely out of place here all of a sudden. No, no. But dipping lower, yes. Let's have a look at the daily. So we had a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 hiding here, right here. That's our fifth. Yes, possible. But we need follow through. We need follow through. We need to have that jump in the case of silver to clear 60.76, to clear this level. Yeah, we absolutely need that. We don't get that. We stay in the limbo here with a big question mark. So that's what I see here. Again, you won't be surprised that this is a similar structure to what I've just shown you in the case of gold. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that another tiny 1, 2? Perhaps. All I can tell you for sure is that it has no business coming back breaking this level. 56.61. That's bad. That's bad. That doesn't guarantee in the case of silver that it is immediately point down, but the odds will climb up. The odds will definitely increase that it is pointing to going there if it starts breaking this level. Okay. Ideally, what you want to see as a silver investor or potential investor trader, first sign of strength right here, 59.27 cash. Jump above this level, super. Next level is right here, 60, break above 60. And of course, clearing this zone. Riding above this level, we have something in hand. Yeah, it's not terribly far. But it has to clear this level. That's what I would say. That's silver cash. Okay. Now,